Hello and welcome back. We're going through our metrics, and first up is closed won. This is the sales ops effect, where we drive predictable growth in small to medium-sized businesses. Closed won is literally when the client has confirmed legally, it's binding, that they're going to be working with us. No other version of whatever you've heard in any other company makes sense for B2B. So the whole, you've got a contact in that company and they're saying, yeah, it's a sure thing. It's just that somebody's on holiday. No, it's not a closed one. Even if they've sent you some money for it in advance, because I've seen that happen as well, but they haven't signed the contract. No, it's not a closed one. Why? Because anything can happen to that contact that you happen to have. If they randomly get made redundant, but they've sent you money, when somebody else realizes that the money's been sent, but they decide to not go ahead with the deal, they'll just ask for the money back. So closed won means when it's legally binding in whatever way that looks like for your company. But I stress this because in so many different organizations, I've seen leadership change the rules for what closed won means. I've seen leadership announce to a company that they've got a deal in because they said it's a good thing. Their contact has said, yeah, it's a sure thing, it's fine. And then 3 months later, there's still no contract. No work can start on it because there's no contract, there's no money, no nothing. But the whole company thinks, oh yeah, this big deal was won. And it just causes problems. It's a no. It's a no from me, right? So it's important because, like I say, it's that firm line. But when you're looking at the trend as well, let's take a look here. When you're looking at the trend, because this is how I would show that metric inside of inside of the reports that I strategize with. When you're looking at the trend, it's important because you get to see what things look like over the months and over the quarters. You've got your month over month and year over year calculations there as well, right? And obviously you want to see the trend slowly going up, but it's useful to see it very, very clearly on a page like this, because sometimes we can get tunnel vision depending on what our role is. We can look at a situation and just think it should be going up all the time, forgetting that there may be seasonal fluctuations within your business. But when people get used to seeing trends and used to seeing it like this, how I'm showing it now, then you'll be able to explain to your people, oh, okay, August is going to be a little bit lower, maybe, but September is bigger. So on this example here, you've got July looking quite low, August is bigger, September is larger than that. For some people, August is a big month. For others, it's the most quiet month of the year, right? But when you see this trend, obviously it's showing you what happened in the past. So that should give you an idea of what you expect to happen in the future, so that people don't have unrealistic expectations to say that everything should be, our closed won months should be higher and higher every single month and not take anything else into account. And like I say, you've got those month over month and year over year percentages as well, so that you can actively demonstrate just how big of a deal we're looking at these months now, July last year to July this year, that growth was huge. Was it expected? Was it not expected, right? And there are lots of other ways that you can look at this chart as well. I prefer to only focus on this highest level when sharing it with leadership or the sales team, because when you show too much detail on a page, then people can get confused. That doesn't mean the person analyzing it, myself or whoever else you get to analyze your data, shouldn't be analyzing the other breakdowns in the background. But in terms of showing it, this is the simplest way so that it doesn't distract people, right? So you can break this down in every single possible way you can. Like, you can break it down by opportunity type. So is it new business, existing business? You can break it down by services. You can break it down by industry. If your business deals with companies that have that are in lots of different industries, because you might not realize, but one of your industries might be properly kicking off and the other ones are just leveling out. So where you're looking at further detail, that's some of the ways that you can break it down. But this is the reason why it's the very first metric that I talk about, because that's the one that gets people excited, hopefully. Or if not, it shows them the reality. This is what happened most recently, and this is what happened in the months before. So it just sets people's mind in the right direction to look at reality from the mindset of, we're going to be looking at all of these things to figure out how we can grow, not just looking at anything in isolation. So that is closed one. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this episode, please look at the list of other episodes. I'm sure there's another one that can help you. See you next time.